no other freshmen have left, and again, I've said this for the last couple weeks. We've got a bunch of proud kids that are here. They have a passion for playing football. They have a passion for going to school here. They really understand the reason why we're in the situation we're in, but they still want to go out there and play for themselves and for their university. So again, I think we've got a bunch of great kids, and I think, like I've said, I'm proud to be their head coach.
How many guys do you have on scholarship now?
I don't know.
How do you go about working the true freshmen in? Because it looked like they weren't out there today. And how important are they going to be, given the lack of depth in some areas?
Sure, they'll be really important. And what we do is on the first day, it's kind of an acclimation period. So they did some lifting with Fitz this morning. Then they'll come out and have their own practice tonight. They'll be out here, the freshmen, and the newcomers on their own. So just to try to get them used to our terminology, our practice pace, before we throw them into the fire with the big guys.
So how much does losing Silas Red hurt your football?
Again, I'm here to talk about the players that are here now. I see opportunities for Bill Belton, for Derek Day, for Zach Zwinak, and for Curtis Dukes. I see a great opportunity for those guys. Those are good football players, and that's what we're concentrating on right now.
Bill, could you talk about Bill Belton and his development and,
Sure.
and playing the running back position there?
Sure. When we came into 7 months ago or so, when we started winter workouts, we evaluated him right off the bat. We saw really good feet. We saw good hands, good vision, and a really instinctive football player. And so we felt like the best thing for us to do was to play him at running back, and that's what we decided to do. And he's gotten better. He came out here today and had one of his better practices on day one, which is good to see.
Bill, if you put it in a nutshell, how is the challenge for you different than the day you took the job in January?
Every day is a challenge. Every single day is a challenge, and right now we just take it day to day, and we're here for these kids, and that's what we're doing, and we're doing the best job we can for this football team, this football program, this athletic department, and this university.
Bill, are you confident that all the guys that are out here today are committed to this season?
I'm very confident that the guys that are here today are committed, and again, it's day to day, but I'm confident in these guys. They got up at 5:15 this morning, and they came out and practiced. It wasn't great, it wasn't all pretty, but there were some good plays out here, and we just got to keep getting better.
Given the situation with numbers and everything, is every single practice that much more important in terms of sense of urgency and what you want to accomplish?
Sure, just like every team in the country, you only have 29 practice opportunities. So, every single day we come out here, we can only do two things. You either get better or you get worse. So we're going to try to be more consistent tomorrow when we come out here. And we're going to try to improve on the things that we made mistakes on today, and we're going to try to get better at the things that we did pretty well today. So just keep improving and keep working.
It would be easy for your players to feel pity for themselves because they weren't involved in anything that happened before. How do you as a coach get them to not think about any of that stuff and be strong for now?
This is a very focused group. They understand why we're in this position. I think it's really important that people know that we understand why we're here. And we're going to show that. Once we get into the season and school starts, you'll see us reaching out to children, showing how much we care about children. We've got a bunch of dads on this staff. We've got a bunch of kids here that have a lot of pride in playing for Penn State, and not just playing football. They have pride in going to school here. They have pride in reaching out to the community. And we got smart guys. And so, again, like I've said, for 2 weeks, I couldn't be happier about being their head coach, and I'm looking forward to working every day with them.
Overall, how do you think the university is coming forward as the NCAA sanctions?
Again, I believe in the chain of command, and I think our leadership has done a good job. And I'm here to coach the football team, and that's what I'm concerned about. I'm just focused on the football team and what we can do as a football team, as students, and what we can do in the community from here on out.
Well, tell me about your idea to put the names on the back of uniforms. Is that going to happen, and why would you do it if you do?
That's still under discussion, and if that does happen, I'll make sure I let you know why we do it.
Bill, what time did you get here today, and how were you feeling when you stepped on the field for the first time?
I feel great, and I got here about 4:45, and I couldn't wait. Couldn't sleep last night for good reasons, because I couldn't wait to start practice, and our whole staff was here before me. I think I was the last one to arrive. So our staff was here at 4:30, so they're going to be busting my chops when I get back up to that meeting right now. But I feel good about getting here today and getting going.
Well, when the sanctions were announced, did you expect this many players to stay?
I felt good about our football team. I felt good about their commitment to themselves, to each other, to our coaching staff, and to this university. And so at the end of the day, I felt really good about keeping this team together. I know some guys left, but that's okay. That was their individual decision. We respect that decision, but we're moving forward with this football team.
Have the sanctions and the lack of transfer restrictions been any harder than you expected?
The sanctions are what they are. We know why they're there. We certainly understand why we're in these within these sanctions, and we're playing by the rules. And there's something that we have to deal with, and that's what we're doing. But again, like I've said, we understand why the sanctions are here. We understand.
Will the freshmen be incorporated tomorrow in the regular practice?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Bill, how's McGloin, his attitude-wise, has he progressed since you made him the starter? Does he seem more at ease? Does he seem very confident out there?
No question. I have a lot of fun coaching Matt, coaching Paul. And Shane was out here this morning. He showed some improvement. You know, there were some ugly plays out there, but there were also some really good plays. So we just got to keep working on being consistent. But Matt's come out here and started off pretty decent.
Coach, what do you want Penn State football to stand for?
I want Penn State to stand for, number one, the community. I want Penn State to stand for good students and the combination of being a student athlete. I want Penn State to stand for, football-wise, to stand for tough, smart football. And again, I want Penn State to turn the page and move forward, understanding why we are. It's a new Penn State. It's a new Penn State football program. And we do have some restrictions, but we all know why they're there. And we're going to make sure that we focus on that in addition to doing a really good job of playing some good, tough football.
What new things would you like to do in the community?
Again, we're going to continue to be involved in the community, whether it's Special Olympics, whether it's Thon, whether it's Lift for Life. And I would tell you right now, we'll definitely be involved with PCAR, from day one. I have a meeting with PCAR this week, and I've had meetings with them, and I look forward to working with PCAR, and our athletes will be involved with that too. And we've got good kids. We've got kids that really care about children. We've got a coaching staff that really cares about children, and that's going to be part of what we do in the community.
So why do you think you're the man to take this challenge?
Again, I was hired. They asked me to be the head coach. I trusted what the leadership. I trusted the leadership that was in place, and again, I was able to put together a great staff, and I feel good about where we're at right now. We've got a long way to go. We've got some challenges ahead, but we're just going to take it day to day and work extremely hard on what we have to do on a day-to-day basis.
Bill, is the team 100% healthy going into camp? How's the physical condition for the team?
Yeah, pretty much, Guy. I would say there's some hamstrings and things like that, but nothing major. So I would say we're 100%.
Any significant players that were held out today?
Yeah, but that's just a hamstring. So I mean, he's a very significant player, but he'll be back. That's a hamstring. So as far as significant injuries, I'd say no. That's just that's a hammy. These guys gotta hydrate better. They gotta drink more water, and we gotta do a better job of taking care of our hamstrings.
You get a feeling there's a strong sense of camaraderie among this group of players.
Sure, I feel good about these guys. They're coming together. That's a day-to-day process, but we had a good start to it yesterday with a good team meeting, and we feel really good about the camaraderie on this team. It's a close team. It's got a really strong senior class that cares about finishing their careers on a high note. So, yeah, right now I feel very good about that.
What would the high note be at the end of this season?
Again, I'm not going to get into predictions, but I just want us to go out there and play mistake-free football, play tough football. I want us to compete, and I want to go out there with the expectation to win every single game. So we take it as 12 one-game seasons, and when November rolls around, we'll see where we're at. But right now, we're just working very hard to get to that point.
Say two more.
How do you think the atmosphere will be different than the Penn State football games that you know all those years growing up and the last few years?
Sure. I don't know the answer to that. I know this. I expect our fans to come out, and I expect our fans to understand why we're in this position, under these sanctions. I expect our fans to really root for this football team because this is a good bunch of kids that care about playing football for Penn State, care about getting a degree from Penn State. So I expect our fans to turn out and to embrace the new era of Penn State football.
Bill, Silas was obviously going to be a central piece of this offense. Do you now just slide Bill Belton into that role, or do you now retool everything?
Yeah. No, you don't have to retool everything. You know, the next man up. So it's Billy Belton's time to shine, and he, like I said, he came out here today ready to go, and I expect him to do that every day. You know, again, he's a good football player, and he was going to play this year. So you know, it's definitely going to affect the depth a little bit, but we're not retooling everything because one player left. This is about a whole team, not one player.
Is Belton the top back right now?
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.